And I have to say, the experts I've had on recently, I don't feel there's been anyone who's been able to properly answer that question yet. So can you answer it today?
Hey guys, welcome back to Library of Wealth. Today we have Bitcoin maximalist Max Keiser giving us his price prediction for Bitcoin in 2023, as well as an update on how the crypto market is being affected by the crash of FTX. Max gives new information on where Sam Bankman-Fried got his start in finance before creating the now bankrupt FTX exchange. He'll also respond to doubters of Bitcoin who say that the dominant crypto asset is going to zero. Max is confident of his price target for Bitcoin in 2023, and with the coming bull run just over the horizon, many Bitcoin maximalists say that his six-figure price prediction is spot on. Let's listen to Max Keiser's latest interview as he talks about the future success of Bitcoin, the crypto market, and how the majority of tokens will be wiped out. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content we do here on this channel. Let's get right into the video.
Sam Bankman-Fried came out of a company called Jane Capital. And he comes from the very shadowy world, the very shady world of high frequency trading and kind of the shadow banking system and the market making that's done kind of in the gray regulatory zone. And there's a lot of these firms that exist on the periphery. There's a lot of debate whether they're actually engaged in lawful activities or not. But that's where he came from. So he came out of Jane Capital. He started Alameda Research, which is another one of these market making, high frequency trading, arbitrage, chop shops that are very fringe in terms of whether they're legal or not legal. They exist kind of on the periphery. And he was engaged in a lot of skullduggery over there at Alameda. Then they decided to start their own exchange, FTX. And they lobbied very hard in the Bahamas, where they felt that they would get very little regulatory oversight. They went ahead and they bought 10% of IEX, which is another one of these shady peripheral exchanges, to give themselves regulatory legitimacy. They then floated a token called FTT, which is part of the whole scam token world that we've been talking about for a number of years, whether it's Ethereum or Cardano or FTT or XRP. These are just scam tokens. And he used that and listed it on other scammy exchanges to create a price, and then using that as collateral to buy assets like real estate in the Bahamas. And now, as all Ponzi schemes eventually do, they run out of kind of runway, and they crash and burn. So it is similar to Bernie Madoff in that respect. It's also similar to the 2008 financial crisis, where Wall Street spun out of thin air all these derivative contracts, and they created this multi-trillion-dollar Ponzi scheme that blew up finally in 2008, and with the help of the Fed and central banks to bail out all the crooked bankers once again. So there's a lot of similarities to that. There's similarities to the S&L crisis of the late 1970s, early 1980s. I should note that the S&L crisis, which is a similar crisis of using federal money to backstop a fraud, William K. Black, who was a regulator at the time, he put 1,000 bankers in jail. And we haven't seen anybody with that kind of rigorous regulatory oversight in 40 years. There hasn't been any rigorous financial oversight in the United States and around the world. And if you're not going to enforce laws, you know, you're inviting these problems. So it's kind of a continuation, Daniela, of multi-decade scammy fraud banking nightmare.
Keiser believes that Sam Bankman-Fried is now attempting to pretend he simply made a bad judgment call, and that his inexperience is what led to the fall of FTX. Most people can see now this isn't the case, and he believes Sam will criminally get what's coming to him. Let's check out part 2 of Max's latest interview, where he gives his 2023 Bitcoin price prediction.
Let's talk about the damage done to Bitcoin.
No damage.
No damage.
No, the network has never been healthier. The network has never been stronger. Bitcoin, first and foremost, is a network. Network stability over price stability. And Bitcoin was something that was discovered in 2008. It was dropped onto the web in 2009. It has extremely interesting properties. One of those properties is that when prices are down, it attracts a lot of critics and it attracts a lot of attacks, which could then fuel the conviction of the people who are actually investing in the network. Investments in the Bitcoin network have never been higher. That means the security has never been higher, and price will take care of itself. So like Tim, the VC, Tim Draper, he reiterated his $250,000 call for Bitcoin in 2023. I concur with that entirely. Don't worry, the price will take care of itself. What we want to make sure is that the network is stable, and this Sam Bankman-Fried scandal never touched the network, and the amount of money being poured into the network, that is into the hash rate, into the mining, into the security, has never been higher. It's running at 240 quintillion hashes per second, or calculations per second, which is an all-time high, close to an all-time high. And I think that Bitcoin is a wily beast, and sometimes I think it just likes to drop in value to pull out the scammers, to pull out the Mashinskys and the Kevin O'Learys and the Mike Novogratz. The scammers out there, they get exposed and then they get wiped out, and then they won't have any money to buy Bitcoin. So don't worry about Bitcoin. Worry about yourself.
I'll tell you why I worry.
Bitcoin will still be here when all these
was...
guys are gone. The Bitcoin maximalists have been telling you that all these other coins are scams for years. So if you lost money with the scammers, shame on you, because you got greedy. So nothing I can do about that. It's like berating Warren Buffett, like, when is my Apple stock going to hit new all-time highs, Warren? He'll be like, well, it's the fundamentals are great and we're buying more. And by the way, I'm the most successful investor in history. This is the time to buy Bitcoin because it's vastly superior. It's the best money ever known to human. It's the hardest money ever known to humans. The network's never been stronger. The use case has never been stronger. The reveal that all these scam coins are junk, as I've been saying for years, is now stronger. And so everything is completely as it should be. The people who can't see the difference between Bitcoin and the scam coins like Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, etc., they need to do their homework. It's not like you're a bank on Wall Street where every time you make a mistake, you get a bailout. We as individuals don't have that. We have to work and do research and live a real life. We don't get the bailouts that the BlackRocks do and the JP Morgans do.
Keiser emphasizes the value of ideal collateral provided by Bitcoin. Mortgage rates having doubled in recent months is one of the biggest signs that a massive collapse is imminent. A similar situation occurred in 2008 when the housing market crashed due to large banks having too much leverage from bad loans. Now we're seeing that not only do we have another bubble in the housing market, but there are many bubbles growing simultaneously. Cryptocurrency has never been more volatile, and with the recent economic downturn, many are starting to doubt even the most trusted crypto assets. What do you guys think about Max Keiser's price prediction for Bitcoin in 2023, and what we can expect economically in the next few months? Comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Library of Wealth. We'll see you in the next video.